Hello, I'm Chris. I work at Collins Aerospace Rec Center as a group fitness instructor and one of the trainers there. This is an exercise workout that you can do with bands and dumbbells. You can intensify the workout with your bands if you just have one size by tying a knot in it. You can always choke up on the straps too. You don't have to hang on to the handle. You can always grab the tubing itself. I will use bands in isolation. I also combine bands with dumbbells. You can do this all with dumbbells if you would prefer, or all with bands. I also have a chair. The chair is going to be needed later for box squats and also can be an aid for balance. Let's go ahead and start with the warm-up. We want to make sure we're warm. I like to grab a light piece of tubing, or if you have a closet bar, a broomstick handle works fine. We're just going to bring the strap over the head and down across our lap. As we do this, we rotate the shoulders back and down, pulling the shoulder blades down into our back pocket, sternum to our nose, but stitching the rib to the hip, not flaring the ribs up to the ceiling. Working on mobility, about 10 to 15 of these. A good idea would be to go out for a walk or maybe hop on the treadmill for 3 to 5 minutes, raising your body core temperature. Next thing we want to do is banded pull aparts. Just grabbing the band shoulder width apart, shoulders back, sternum up, and that's all we do. Pull the bands apart. Sternum stays up to the nose, using our posterior chain to actually do the exercise. About 10 to 15. And one more for the shoulder that I really like is just goalpost arms, flat and flip. As we flip back, rotate the elbow forward, pretend like you're backhanding somebody. They're a little annoying back there, give them a little whack. Warming up the shoulder joint, drawing blood into that area. Body weight squats. Sitting back into the hips and the heels. The weight is in our heels, but our big toe is Velcro down. Our belly muscles are pulled in, lower back is flat. We hinge at the hip joint as much as we bend at the knee. Again, we don't need to go down super far. We can come down this far if that feels good. We can keep it shallow to before a 90-degree bend at our knee and our hip joint. Again, 10 to 15. And then hip mobility. Just pretending we're lifting our leg up and over an imaginary box. About 10 times is fine. Two more. Last one. And the same thing with our left leg. Lifting it up and over that imaginary box. Again, warming up the hip joint. Increasing blood flow, getting the temperature of that joint elevated. The shoulders and the hips and the knees take a lot of work. We want to make sure that they are warmed up. Again, I might suggest a nice brisk walk before and then going through the range of motions. Let's get started with block 1. I have 4 blocks for you today, alternating between lower and upper body. We're going to start off with our band and doing banded deadlifts. Lay the tubing on the ground, step on it. The tension, you should have enough slack in here to where you can come up into your deadlift and hold without it pulling you forward. So again, sternum's up, hug a kindergarten pencil between your shoulder blade, and stitch your belly to your rib. Rib to hip, belly is braced. So we're going to push the hips back slowly, 4 counts, and up. 3, 2, 1, push. 3, 2, 1, push. 3, 2, 1, push. 3, 2, 1, push. What I want to think about pushing is my heels. Driving the heels straight through the floor, tucking my tailbone under, pushing my tailbone down to the floor, while also thinking about my back muscles. Back muscles squeeze together, hugging that kindergarten pencil. If we allow our back to round forward, that kindergarten pencil is going to fall off our back. So give it a squeeze. We got 2 more. 1 more. And now go to singles. Lower, push, lower, push. Keep going. I'm going to show you from the side. Push, lower, push, lower, push. Notice I'm not arcing back. I'm not leaning back into it. It's straight up, like a rocket going through a hole in the ceiling. Lower, push. Got 4 more. There's 3, 2, and 1. There's your banded deadlifts. Let's move on from there, using our bands for monster walks. This is going to work our glute medius. So stepping on our bands. Feel free to choke up as much as you like. I like to cross over and hook my thumbs around the hips. If this still feels a little light, again, choke up on the handles. We're going to start standing tall, and all we're going to do is press, press. Notice I'm not rocking side to side. I keep my upper body as quiet as possible. If you look at my toes, toes are straight forward. I don't let my toes turn out. Good. Let's keep it up. 4, 3, 2. Now keep going. But what we're going to do is sit back into it. Pretend like you're hovering over a chair, pressing out. Again, looking down at my toes. The toes are forward. They're not turned out. We want to feel this in the glutes, not in the fronts of our hips. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we sit a little bit lower? 8 more, 7, sit back, don't bring the chest down, chest is up, 4 more, 3, oh my gosh, 2, 1, done. Come on up, beautiful. Now we're going to go into banded squats. Give this a try. I hope it works for you. You can always step on the bands and choke up on the handles, but I like this because it frees me up to hang on to hand weights. I just lay the handle or the strap across my low back. I start with one side. I'm going to take the band around my right leg and over, and then I'm going to lift my foot and step on the strap right in front of the handle. Again, through the leg, around, lifting my foot, I step on the handles. This keeps this wrapped around my leg. Grabbing dumbbells, so that way we add some resistance without having it pull our upper body down. Sternum's up, we're going to squat 2 and press up. Down 2 and press up. Turn that tailbone under at the top, knees gently pressing out to the pinky toes. All right? If I looked at my dumbbells, they're tracking straight down my shins, right by my knees. My hips go back first, and then my knees bend as much as I'm hinging at my hips. We got 4 more. 4, press up. There's 3, press up. There's 2, press up. Got 1 more, but we're not done. Take it down, pulses 3. There's 3, 2, 1, push up. 3, 2, 1, push up. 3, 2, 1, push up. 1 more. 3, 2, 1. Now singles for 10. Got 10, 9, 8, 7. Pressing the knees out to the pinky toes. Don't let them drift in. Chest is up. There's 3, 2, 1. 1 more for fun and giggles. Done. Good. Let's put those weights down. Carefully stepping off so we don't die. That's done with our first block. We're gonna move on to our second block, doing upper body work. Lat pull downs using our bar or using our tubing. I like to put my hands through the handles and then I just choke up on the strap, okay? Shoulder width apart. We have a little play, but it's not sagging. That's a good place to start for grip. You can always work your grip inward if you want a little bit more resistance. Starting with the strap out in front of our face. We're going to pull both down 2 counts and raise it up. Draw the elbows down, make a W. Try to avoid this, all right? We got to bend that arm, bend the elbow, and raise it up. Pretend like we're doing a chin-up. Lift your sternum into that strap. Lift up and raise. You got her. Lift up and raise. One more. Now we're going to do the right arm only. Hold the left one still. You're going to pull for singles. 8, 7, 6, 5. We got 4 more. 3, 2. We're not done. 1, take it down, tiny squeeze, hold, 2, 3, 1, and lift, hold, 3, 2, 1, lift, hold for 3, 2, 1, lift. Now my left arm is not just hanging out here in space. Screw that arm bone down into your shoulder, get some stability there. We got 2 more, 1 more, 2, 1. Now we're going to change sides. Hold it. Whoops, we got to do singles first, don't we? Pull it. Pull it. Good. We're going to overload this left side, doing single counts, and then we're going to do our pauses. Let's do 4 more. There's 3, 2, and 1. Take it down and hold for 3, 2, 1. Raise it up. 3, 2, 1. Raise it up. Fist starts in front of my face, and then bring that fist down right to shoulder height. There's 4 more, 2, 1, and lift. There's 3 more, 2, 1, lift. 2 more. We're not done though, all right? Last one, both of them together, single counts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. All right, coming on to floor presses. All right, again, like I said, if you want to increase your tension, you can always put a knot in this. What I'm going to do is actually to do floor presses in combination with my dumbbells. This is how I do that. First, I'm going to get the strap around me. I'm going to adjust my tension. I know at the end of my press, this is going to work for me just from playing around. So I'm going to grab my dumbbells, rest them on my knees, bracing in my core to come down. Good. From here, keeping a neutral grip. And again, neutral grip means palms face each other, press and lower. Because if I just use the bands, I'm going to get a little bit more play at the bottom. It's going to get easier. But at least adding the weights, I increase the intensity, so that way there is a constant weight to press against. And then the bands add that dynamic of increasing resistance as I press further away. Let's do 2 more. And now we're going to alternate. We're going to go right arm and left arm. Right arm and left arm. I want us to pull the belly muscles down into the floor, bracing within the core. Velcro the feet down. We want to have the whole body active. We're not just laying here passively. But this, we get a little bit more muscle recruitment. Let's do 4 more. Each side. There's 3. 2 more. 2. Last one. 1. And done. Good. I like to do this with heavy dumbbells. Bring the knees up, using core strength, rolling up, and put the dumbbells down. From here, we're going to be doing some seated rows. Now again, you can use your straps. Take these guys so they don't flip off and hit you. Just grab between the feet and wrap it around. Now, don't matter if you go upper or over, just wrap it around. Get them tied to your feet. I'm going to choke up on my handles again to increase that intensity. And all I want to do, sternums up, pull till my elbows are underneath my shoulders. Release for 2, pull for 2. Imagine you got a piece of paper across your backside. You want to fold that paper in half. The only way to do that is to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze. Release 2, draw in 2. Release, draw in. We got 2 more at this pace. All right? And we're going to add a little bit of an intensity to this. All right? You're going to come in and hold for 3, 2, 1, release. Hold for 3, 2, 1, release. Now I want you to pull the elbows down, pull the shoulders down out of the ears, pull down, and squeeze those back muscles together. Try not to think about pulling the elbow back as far as you can. Notice how my shoulder internally rotates. You want to keep the shoulder healthy, so keep that shelf right here. Not like this. Pinky square, sternums up. You got 4 more, just like this. 2, there's 3 more. Shoulders down. 2 more. 1 more. All right, here comes the fun. Single counts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. There's our block 2. Moving on to block 3, we're going to go back to lower body, working legs, and also using the chair. Chair is going to help me keep my balance because we're going to be doing some lunging and scooting. If you've taken my Muscle Works classes on Fridays, you probably have seen this, and it's fun. You may use a hand weight. I'm going to use no weight. Coming into a split squat, a stationary lunge position. Tailbone is tucked under, starting with the shoulders, hip and knee in alignment. We're going to do 10 singles. 9. Belly is in, our lower back is long. Right now, the knee and the ankle are stacked. This is hitting more of our quadriceps. Pause. Now wiggle the leg back. Allow the upper body to hinge forward slightly. We're going to slowly creep into our glutes with this. It's going to go from primarily a quadricep workout to getting into our glutes. Feel free to come as low as you like. You don't need to go super low. Just do what works well for you. 1 more. And now, 1 last wiggle. Strong pelvic tilt. Keep that belly in. You got 10, 9, 8, 7. Getting a little bit more into the glutes. There's 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 more. Whew. Good job. Changing sides. And again, starting with our first one, tailbone tucked under, shoulders, hip, knee, 10 singles. Again, strong pelvic tilt. The belly is active, it's not quiet. Don't let the load come into the low back. Whew. Got 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Pausing. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Leaning forward slightly. 10, 9, 8. You can touch the floor if you want, or you can be as shallow as this. Whatever works. There's no right, no wrong, just different. And 1. 1 more wiggle back. It's our last one. There's 10. And I'm really loaded up in the front leg. Driving through the heel, I'm using my glute to lift myself from that floor. Got 5 more, come on. Don't let the knee cave in. Knee gently presses out to the pinky toe, keeping us safe. 1 more. Whew. And there's our scoot. Beautiful. Now, for fun, ha 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 ha, we're going to be doing some box squats. I'm going to do no weight. And actually, it might be something that you might want to try and embrace. Humble yourself, back weight off. You may discover that, yeah, there's some things that are very humbling, and it's just body weight. Starting with squats, what we're going to do is a single leg squat. This is my kickstand leg. There's no weight in it, but it's there to make sure I don't fall on my face. So belly in to support that low back, and just sit back to the chair. Brace in your belly, use your glutes, drive through your heel, lift out. So we got 10, 9. This leg can be right here challenging you. It could be out front challenging you. It could be on the ground. Maybe a little weight into it if you need to. All right, find what challenge works best for you. Not letting the knee cave in. Again, always gently pressing the knees out to the pinky toe. 1 more. Whew. And then changing sides. We're going to do the same thing. Which I don't know why I changed my chair, but hey, I did, so it works. Now this leg, I am a bit more stronger. I'm a bit more stable. So I feel good just having this leg not helping me whatsoever. Again, no right, no wrong, just different. Find your challenge. Brace in the belly. Use your heel, push, and use your glute to lift out of that chair. Got 2 more. There's 2. And 1. Beautiful. Now here's a lovely one. Using our chair. I'm going to take my bands. I'm going to use it for a glute kickback. Take your chair. Put the bands around the legs of the chair and lift it up as high as you can. Support that chair. Push into that chair so those guys don't fly off and hit you. And if you need a 90-degree bend at the beginning. Again, strong pelvic tilt. Don't let the back collapse. Pull that belly in, okay? So from here, pressing out straight, and then back in, knee underneath the hip. Press and release. You got 8, 7, 6, belly is in. 5, low back is long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take out presses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm not done. We're going to do 8 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I keep kicking my bench back here. So now I'm going to change legs. So, again, hang on to those bands. Hang on to your chair. Starting with that leg, that 90-degree bend to it. Push on that chair, anchor those handles into the legs, and press and in. Again, pelvic tilt. Don't let the low back collapse into this. Don't let your butt stick out. Pull that belly in. I keep hitting my bench back there. Sorry, guys. Press and press. You got 4 more. There's 3, 2, 1. Take it out. We're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You got 8 more. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Good job. Let's move on to block 4. We're going to do some upper body work again. This time it's going to be shoulders and arms. So I'm gonna grab my lovely dumbbells for this one, all right? So bicep curls, Zotman curls. I love these. So all we're going to do is the elbows underneath the shoulder. Don't dig your elbows into the side of your body. We tend to collapse, those shoulders turn in. Let the arms hang down, elbows underneath our shoulders. We're just gonna curl up, flip, uncurl, flip. Notice when I flip to return to my starting position, I don't totally flip my arms so they're perfectly parallel to the floor. That's not my mobility. Don't worry about it. All right? Worry more about in the integrity of the shoulder joint, that we're not doing this, curling up and curling down. All right? It's the same look if I did a bicep curl. Okay? So curl, flip it, uncurl, flip it. We got 4 more. Flip, uncurl, flip. 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Tricep kickbacks. Stagger the feet. Slightly lean forward into this pelvic tilt. We got to pull the belly muscles in. Again, we don't take a load in our low back. Our belly is our corset to brace our body. Let's bring our hands right by our hip pockets where our change pockets are. This is the beginning of the movement. Sternums up to our nose as we press back and return to our change pocket. All right, press. Here, notice my shoulder does not move. It's an extension at the elbow joint from the tricep muscle. Try to avoid doing this and kicking as high as you can. We want to have our sternums to our nose. Keep the shoulders safe and stable. Chest nice and broad and open. There's 4 more. 3 more. 2, keep the same movement going, but turn the palms forward and press back. This just changes what head of the tricep is getting involved, because we want to try and work the tricep in as many different ways as possible. As long as we rotate our grip around from pronated to neutral to supinated, we will get a well-rounded workout with about any upper body work that we happen to do. We're going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. All right, shoulders. We're going to pick up that band again, and we're going to just do single shoulder lateral raises. Doing them both can be kind of tough. If you can do both, feel free to. I welcome you to do that. If you have a lighter tubing, I actually would embrace going lighter, because the shoulders are a very small muscle group and they can only take so much. We don't want to hurt those guys. So again, sternums up, stitch the rib to the hip, and don't let those shoulders turn in. Nice and broad through the collarbones. Grabbing our straps, we're just going to press out and lower. Raise and lower. All right? So this is using my big circle band. It's a light one, it's yellow. So the resistance is pretty darn light. It's kind of nice. I can do the range of motion and feel good. I don't feel pain in the front of my shoulder while doing it. Notice my shoulder stays back. It is not rounding forward like this. Try to raise it as high as I can. Shoulders are out of our ears. Got 4 more. There's 3. There's 2. There's 1. Good. Taking that strap across our foot, we're going to just do a single arm press up. If we just have our bands, what we can do, the ones with the handles, is step on one handle and put the other handle here. Ready? We're going to press, lower. There we go. Again, sternums up to our nose, stitching our rib to the hip. Belly is braced. Our belly is our foundation. You got 8 more. There's 7, 6, 5, 4 more. Last 2. 1 more. Boom. Done. Changing sides. Again, same thing. It's going to be a single arm. Step on the band, find the right adjustment for you. Belly is in, press and lower. As I press overhead, my shoulder pulls down. I try not to extend, but I think about screwing the arm bone down into the shoulder, securing it, bracing it, and not extending like this. We want to keep our shoulders in a healthy position because we have to have them for a very long time. We've got 4 more, promise. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. That is it for me today. Take a walk, give yourself some stretches. Might I suggest, with all the sitting we might be doing, some couch surfing, using a chair. Grab that foot, give a strong pelvic tilt. Do this periodically throughout the day. If you find yourself sitting more than usual, give this stretch a try. If you find this tough to do, you can always rest the foot on a chair. And then same thing, do a pelvic tilt. Gently pressing the shoelaces into the seat of the chair. Periodically throughout the day, I like to get into a door frame. I put one hand on each side and gently press through, stretching out the shoulders. I go to go pulse, stretching out, and then also straight overhead. In a door frame, just gently press through. With all we're doing a lot of reading, a lot of eating, a lot of surfing or maybe gaming, or we're working from home. We need to stretch out. We need to stretch out. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope that we are able to provide video content that you enjoy. Thank you.